By virtue of the authority vested in me, I constitute this a congregation of Rhodes University. Please be seated.
The Chancellor, the Honorable Justice Lexham Party, the Chairperson of the Rhodes University Council, Mr. Vuyo Katla, and other members of Council, the Chairperson of the Rhodes University Convocation, Professor Emeritus Peter Mtuze, our honorary graduates, the University Public Auditor, Distinguished Professor Paul Malem, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Deans, Registrar, Heads of Academic Department and Administrative Divisions, academic and support staff colleagues, President and other members of the Student Representative Council, proud parents, guardians, siblings, and friends of our graduates, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, and most of all, our graduates. It gives me great pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to this joyous and memorable occasion, the third of 6 graduation ceremonies of 2017 at Rhodes University. Graduation ceremonies are a major highlight in our university events calendar. They afford us a special opportunity to recognize, honor, and celebrate the academic success and achievements of our new graduates. Graduation marks one of the most memorable experiences in the life of a young person. It is a moment of joy and pride, a time for celebration, reflection, and thanksgiving. On behalf of our council and the entire Rhodes University community, I warmly congratulate each one of you, our graduates, on your great accomplishment. You and your family are justifiably proud of your remarkable achievement. We take great pride in your fine accomplishments. I wish to extend special, warm, and heartfelt congratulations to those graduates who are the first in their family to earn a university degree. Having been one myself, I know too well what a proud and special moment this is for all of you. Years from now, you will look back on this day with great fondness and deep pride. For some of you, the journey to this day has been a long and a difficult one. It has been marked by twists and turns, failures, disappointments, and losses that threaten to derail your dreams, hopes, and aspirations. The fact that you are here this morning is testament to your incredible resilience, resolve, and fortitude to rise above all hurdles that lay on your way. Your steadfast determination, perseverance, and commitment to succeed have carried you through. You know what? You have made it. You have succeeded against odds, and hearty congratulations. To the parents, guardians, siblings, friends, and loved ones, I wish to extend our deep appreciation for the unstinting support, encouragement, and constant reassurance you have given to our students over the years. You were always there to cheer them on. You were there to lift them when they lost hope. And above all, you were there to love them when they needed you most. This graduation is a fitting tribute to all that you have done for our students. You deserve warm congratulations. I can only imagine the deep sense of relief you must be feeling now that you don't have to worry about tuition fees anymore. On behalf of our graduates, I wish to offer profound gratitude and sincere appreciation to their lecturers, tutors, laboratory technicians, computer assistants, support and administrative staff for their guidance, mentoring, support, and encouragement during the demanding times of their studies. I also acknowledge with great gratitude the important role played by our cleaners, cooks, gardeners, janitorial staff, wardening staff, student leaders, sports societies, and clubs in creating a rich and supportive intellectual, social, and physical environment for our students to develop, grow, and succeed in their academic endeavors. The success of our students is their just reward. Our university is very fortunate to have outstanding, loyal, dedicated, and committed academic and support staff who take a deep and keen interest in the growth, development, and academic success of each and every one of our students. As Vice Chancellor, I couldn't ask for more. In 5 of the 6 graduation ceremonies, we will recognize, honor, and celebrate distinguished individuals whose profound and exceptional contributions to our nation and humankind are worthy of our recognition. Their personal journeys and selfless service and sacrifices serve as an inspiration and an example worthy of emulation by all of us. These are women and men whose significant achievements and distinction in some field or selfless leadership set them apart from others and are consonant with our own institutional mission, purposes, and values. We are deeply grateful that they have honored us with their acceptance of our offer of recognition and have graced us with their presence in our graduation ceremonies. Our graduates, your graduation ceremony this morning takes place at a particularly challenging time in the history of our young democracy. You graduate at a time when our country is at a crossroads. You graduate at a time when our nation is engulfed with anger, turbulence, and racial polarization. You graduate at a time when the foundations and pillars of our constitutional democracy are being challenged and tested. You are graduating into a society in which greed, corruption, deceit, and malfeasance have been perfected into an art form. You are graduating into a society we could not have imagined even a few months ago. And these are extraordinary times. These are uncertain times. We are witnessing extraordinary events unfolding in front of our own eyes. Much is at stake. Our country is in trouble. Our country is in a deep crisis. Our country has been pushed to a breaking point, and our society is unraveling fast. Many in our society feel trapped in a state of powerlessness, in a state of hopelessness, and in a state of helplessness. As you graduate this morning, I wish to remind you that your country has never needed you more. Your country needs your integrity and honesty. Your country needs your skills. Your country needs your fresh and innovative ideas. Your country needs your talents, knowledge, and expertise. Your country needs your youthful idealism and enthusiasm. Your country needs your energy and your resourcefulness. Your country needs your courage, courage that will speak truth to falsehoods and challenge the spin and sham explanations that discredit and insult us all. You have a significant contribution to make in ensuring that we pull our country out of the abyss in which it finds itself. The recent political and economic developments in our country should give us pause for thought and reflection about the society that we have become and what the future of our country might hold in store for us. We might argue, debate, and possibly agree to disagree on how we got to this stage. What is beyond dispute, though, is that at the core of the challenges facing our nation is the spectacular failure of political leadership. Indeed, if nothing else, the current crisis should underline the importance of electing leadership that is competent, accountable, honest, and trustworthy. Our nation is in desperate need of quality leadership, good leadership, caring leadership, compassionate leadership, bold and courageous leadership, moral and ethical leadership. In future, when we choose leaders, we must take to heart the sage advice of Octavia Butler, a celebrated African-American science fiction writer, when she says, quote, "Choose your leaders with wisdom and forethought. To be led by a coward is to be controlled by all that the coward fears. To be led by a fool is to be led by the opportunists who control the fool. To be led by a thief is to offer up your most precious treasures to be stolen. To be led by a liar is to ask to be told lies. To be led by a tyrant is to sell yourself and those you love into slavery, end quote. All our challenges notwithstanding, we should never allow apathy, despair, cynicism, or despondency to take hold in our society. It is an inevitability of nature that even the darkest night has to give way to the light of a bright new day. This too shall pass. And this is the significance of your graduation this morning. Hope, optimism, and a promise of a better tomorrow. Given all we have experienced in South African history, of all peoples, we cannot afford to lose the hope that sustained us in the dark days of apartheid. We cannot afford not to imagine a better society and a better world than the one which we pray we inhabit temporarily. You, our graduates, have received what is unarguably the best higher education from one of the finest universities in the country. Your education has equipped you with knowledge and developed the values to imagine a different and a better future for our society. Equally importantly, your education has given you the skills and abilities to be able to contribute to a tomorrow that is more just, more fair, more honest, and more respectful of every citizen, regardless of whether you are moving into the world of work or pursuing further studies. Your graduation this morning fills us with hope that the future of our nation will be different to the one we experience today because of all that you can bring to the task of making it a better place. As you cross the stage on this auspicious occasion, your challenge is to hold fast to the belief that you can and will contribute to our joint future as a democracy in which so much is at stake. You are more than equal to the challenges that face our society and humankind. With your graduation this morning, you join a small and privileged segment of our society, a knowledge elite. In the globalized world, membership of this knowledge elite has the potential to bring enormous financial and social rewards. However, it carries with it special duties, obligations, and responsibilities you cannot and dare not shirk. Never be afraid to raise your head above the parapet on social, economic, and political ills that afflict our nation. Never allow the fear of failure to drive you into the safety and comfort of inaction. Never sacrifice your values of personal integrity, honesty, trust, fairness, and respect for instant gratification or political expediency. We expect you to use your knowledge, skills, and ingenuity to improve the human condition. We expect you to use your privileged position as a truly educated man or woman to advance social justice, substantive equality, and human dignity for all. We expect you to stand up for what is just, right, and fair. We are sending you out into the world as liberated, educated, compassionate, and caring people so that your presence can liberate others. We are sending you out as a force for good. We are sending you out to serve our society and humanity with honor, integrity, and humility. Above all, as a member of the knowledge elite, we are sending you out as a voice of the voiceless, as a voice of reason, truth, justice, and hope in a society and world fraught with frightening levels of anger, intolerance, poverty, and inequality. We may have not taught you everything you need to know to navigate the challenges and pitfalls of life. Reason and experience tells us we could not have done this even if we tried. However, what your education at a university like this has given you is the ability to learn how to do these things, regardless of the mistakes you may make as you move forward. And of course, as Alvin Toffler has pointed out, learning often involves unlearning and relearning. Never cease to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Take any situation and experience as an opportunity to learn, to unlearn, and relearn. An opportunity for personal growth and development. As you move on with the next phase of your lives, never cease to appreciate the value of learning, the significance of knowledge, the strength of ideas, the merit of asking questions, the usefulness of theory, the need for reason and evidence, the power of logic, the benefits that come from clear thinking and thoughtful argument. Above all, never forget that one of the most important things we have tried to teach you here is the value of keeping a mind open to views and perspectives that are different to those you may hold initially. As a graduate who has experienced a higher education, be especially vigilant of the anti-intellectualism, populist rhetoric, and empty sloganeering that have taken root in this post-truth era. Bring all that you have learned in your time at Rhodes to the questioning of unsubstantiated claims that pass for facts. Whatever choices you make in life, never elevate personal ambition and single-minded pursuit of material or financial gain above everything else. Whatever the future holds for you, always strive to be the best that you possibly can be. Always strive to live a life of virtue, a life of consequence, guided by Mahatma Gandhi's injunction that we should live simply so others may simply live. My wish is that through your individual and collective acts of care and concern for others, we might witness the emergence of a new society, a more just, a more humane, a more caring, a more equitable, a more compassionate, a fairer, and an inclusive society. In the 6 graduation ceremonies of 2017, a total of 2,464 students will receive their degrees and diplomas. Of these, 1,328, or 54%, are undergraduate bachelor's degrees, and 1,136, or 40%, are 46%, are postgraduate degrees and diplomas. Of the 1,136 postgraduate students, 295 will be receiving their master's degrees. And of the 2,464 graduates, 59% are women. Sithi malbongwe. Malbongwe. And 21% are international students. This year, we have produced 88 PhD graduates. This is up from 67 of 2016. We celebrate a new record of 29 PhD degrees for the Faculty of Humanities. And this is up from a previous record of 19, which was achieved last year. The Faculty of Science has produced 38 PhD graduates. The Faculty of Commerce, 6, the Faculty of Education, 13, and the Faculty of Pharmacy, 2. All faculties have done exceedingly well. Our warm congratulations to all the faculty deans, heads of department, and the academic and support staff of our academic departments. To our graduates, with your graduation this morning, you join a special family of our alumni, extraordinary women and men who are making remarkable contributions in many and diverse fields of human endeavor. They are found in our classrooms as educators, in our hospitals, in our hospital dispensaries as pharmacists, in our courts as lawyers, magistrates, and judges, in our financial institutions as accountants and CEOs, in our laboratories as scientists, in our newsrooms as journalists. Some are entrepreneurs, and many are thought leaders. They are all playing their part to create a better society and a better world. Animated by our motto, Vis Virtus Veritas, strength, virtue, truth, inspired by our slogan, where leaders learn, and guided by our values of integrity, respect, social justice, human dignity, human rights, personal excellence, and rational inquiry, they are committed to bequeathing future generations a better society and a better world than the one they inherited from the generation before theirs. We will expect no less of you. I welcome you to this special community, and I invite you to visit our alumni table in the foyer to receive your special graduation gift as a memento of this special occasion. With a qualification from Rhodes University, you have been prepared to negotiate successfully and overcome any challenge that comes your way. The quality education you have received has provided you with a solid foundation to launch a successful career. You have been educated at one of the finest universities in the world. Your future could not be brighter. In the years to come, we will follow your growth and development as a professional with keen interest, and will applaud you for the honor and credit you bring to your alma mater. When I was installed as the Vice Chancellor of this great institution, I made two important commitments. First, that Rhodes University would be made accessible to students from poor, rural, and working class families, so that they can benefit from the outstanding educational experiences it offers. Second, that I would make it my personal mission to strive to ensure that no academically deserving but financially needy student is turned away from Rhodes University. In this regard, my appeal to you is that you help us live up to these important commitments by contributing generously to our alumni annual fund and other fundraising efforts. I'm pleased to announce that in May, we will be launching an ambitious fundraising campaign, Isivivane Student Financial Aid Fund, to ensure that we make quality and life-changing education accessible and affordable to all young people of our country, irrespective of their financial position. Your support is vital if we are to continue to make the learning experiences we value so greatly here at Rhodes more available to all. In the final chapter of his book, Long Walk to Freedom, President Nelson Mandela writes, I quote, "I've walked the long road to freedom. I've tried not to falter. I've made missteps along the way. But I've discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I've taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds me, to look back on the distance I have come. But I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom come responsibilities, and I dare not linger, for my long walk is not ended." End quote. This morning, we are taking a moment to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista of your fabulous accomplishments, to look back on the distance you have traveled. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to pause and look back on the journey you have completed and look forward into the promising future that lies ahead. You dare not linger, for your own long walk is not yet ended. Today is your special day to cherish and remember. You have earned it. May you look back on this glorious day with great pride and warm memories, and may it serve as an inspiration and a springboard towards better and exciting things for you in life. Let me conclude by paying a special tribute to the wonderful women and men who have worked tirelessly to make our graduation ceremonies possible. They normally work behind the scenes to ensure that our graduation ceremonies run without a hitch. These are the people who have worked extra hard to ensure that the names of our graduates appeared on the graduation program in the right place, in the right order, and for the right qualification. You see, they wanted to be sure that the moment of glory of each one of our graduates was a truly memorable experience. There are too many to mention, but permit me to single out a few. We have an army of student volunteers who are serving as ushers. They have sacrificed their holiday to come to make sure that we have a successful graduation ceremony. Ms. Desiree Wicks, Ms. Suzette Flanagan, Ms. Charmaine Avery, Ms. Lindy van Jaarsveld, Mr. Cromwell Yala, Ms. Natalie Ripley, the faculty deans, master's dissertation and doctoral thesis supervisors, and the Rhodes University Chamber Choir. When you see these people around, would you kindly give them a bear hug, a smile, and a quiet thank you? They are truly special. Our registrar, Dr. Stephen Fourie, who has been central in the graduation ceremonies for the past 21 years, will be retiring at the end of April. Steve, on behalf of our council and the entire Rhodes University community, I wish to extend to you our heartfelt appreciation and deep gratitude for all that you have done for our university. We wish you a happy retirement and all the best for the future. Let me conclude with the inspiring words of President Nelson Mandela, which I hope will guide our graduates. quote, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead." Congratulations. Asante sana, inkosi, ngiyalibuka, ngiyabonga, ngiyalibuka, ndolibuka, ngiyathokoza, obrigado, merci beaucoup, baya danke. Thank you very much.